in the live trading room this morning, but I'm going to go over all this stuff. Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Thursday, September 6th, 2012. Going to go over all the trades that were taken in the live trading room. Well, I'm going to go over the one trade that I'm sure was taken, and the NQ trade. I'm not exactly sure where that was taken because I wasn't actually there. But I will go over the trades, and before I go any further, the results: the ES was plus 2 points, the NQ was plus 1 tick. All right, that is what we had for results in the live trading room this morning. And also, if you want to take a free trial with us, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. No credit card required. Just go to that spot, that URL, www.cfrn.net/apply. Sign up for the free trial. All we ask for is your name and an email address, and we will send you a link to a video that will explain to you how to download the charting platform, how to download the indicators, and how to get into the live trading room in the mornings. Okay, 5 business days, 2 hours per day. It's all included with the free trial. All right. One more quick announcement: if anybody is in here on a free trial, or for any partners, tonight's partners meeting 9 p.m. Eastern Time, as we do every week, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays. If you are in here on a free trial and you want to get into the partners meeting tonight, you need to take care of the paperwork to become a partner. Okay, it should be sitting in your inbox right now. If you don't have it in your inbox and you want to see it, send us an email at support@cfrn.net. Support@cfrn.net. Or if you're in here in the afternoon session right now, you can just type in here that you need to get that information. All right. Now, moving on. Markets had big update today. Dwayne described all that earlier. I am going to just point out, what is this, the ES 10,000 contract? Yes. All right, the trade that was taken in the live trading room this morning. The market opened up right here. It opened up with a lot of momentum on the upside. I'm going to blow this up a little bit so you can see it a little better. There are weekly trading zones right here. Let me flip to a 5-minute for a second, and then back to the 10,000 contract. I don't know why they're not showing, but there are weekly trading zones right up here at 24.25, I think. Let me just check that again. I'm sorry, 2021. Okay. The entry was actually right here, where we had this pullback down to the BBC. Now, the way that we enter the trade is we put a market if touched order within a tick of the BBC. So right here, you round the BBC, which is this green line, up to the nearest tick. It would have rounded up to 14.16 1/4. When price came down and tapped 14.16 1/4 here, it would have made it a market order and put it in at 14.1650. You can see that it moved right up to 14.1650 and well beyond that. But as I just stated, we had weekly trading zones right in here. Okay, so taking the 2 points was clearly something that that could be done and was done by Dwayne in the live trading room this morning. This little period of consolidation right here is actually right up above the weekly trading zone that was there. I think it was 2021, right? It was right in there. It broke through that and came all the way up here. Now, up here when it started to pull back to the BBC, I remember this is right about when I got into the live trading room this morning, and Dwayne was saying that he wasn't going to take this trade, and more because the market was likely to be exhausted here and have a deeper pullback than this. But there was another reason that I wouldn't have taken the trade, and that was because we had a double top right here, a short-term double top. I would have wanted to see a higher swing before we took a trade on that. Now it's given the higher swing, and the opportunity to trade would have been right over here. Okay, this would have been the spot to jump into a trade. That was the ES this morning. Now there was something that I wanted to point out. I went over it in the webinar that we did yesterday. I'll point it out quickly to anyone who may have been in that webinar yesterday. But before I do that, I want to go over the Russell 2000. I had told Nicole, I don't know if she's in here right now. Nope. But anyway, I had said that I was going to do this, so I will. On the Russell 2000, there were a few opportunities. This is the Russell 4-tick range chart. Okay, there were a few opportunities to take trades this morning. I outlined them here. On all 4-tick range charts, what we look for is a bullish cross of the BBC, a pullback down, and test of the BBC when you have divergence on the bottom. In this case, it would be bullish divergence, which was right there. Right? There was a bullish cross, a test of the BBC with an up close, and bullish divergence. That was good for that. On the downside, bearish cross, test of the BBC with a down close, and bearish divergence. On the upside, bullish cross, test of the BBC with an up close, and you guessed it, bullish divergence. Eve, that gets sent out tonight at about 6 o'clock our time. All right. It's also in the email that I forwarded you earlier this week at the bottom of it. And if you don't have it by 9 o'clock or by 8:45, send me an email and I'll send it off to you. Sorry guys, that was a question about the link for the partners meeting tonight. All right. Now over here, when it first hit this right here, it didn't go all the way into the BBC. That was the thing. That was the question that Nicole had. It didn't pull all the way back down to the BBC, and we didn't really have any divergence when it hit it either. I had these on here because there were two other ways to enter this trade, here and here. Actually 3. Here, here, and here, if you wanted to. I can go over that in the partners meeting tonight for anyone who's interested. I will be happy to do that. All right. And that was it on the TF for today. Now what I'm going to do here is take all that stuff off of there and change this to an ES chart without any lines on it and make it a daily chart. Okay. Take everything off of it and make it an ES daily chart. I'm trying to. Alright, 30-minute chart. Let's see, it's still got more stuff up there. Let's see. 4-hour chart. Anyway, what I was trying to do, there we go. What I was trying to point out yesterday in the webinar that we did yesterday, I was telling everyone in yesterday's webinar, if we got up above the MA1 here today for a couple of reasons. One was mainly the slingshot. The green line was turned up over here, and I said if we got up above the MA1, then we should make it all the way up here, at least up here to this pivot high. I don't know if you guys remember me saying that yesterday in the webinar, those of you who were there, but I did actually say that. It's done that and more at this point. Okay. There were a couple of things that we were looking for here. If I throw the DMT on here as well, CF DMT, I'll show you something else. We had pierced the envelope with a green trend strength line. I don't know why it's not showing up on this particular chart right here, but we had pierced the envelope with a green trend strength line a while back over here, and almost every time that the envelope gets pierced with a green trend strength line, you're going to get a good move in that direction. In this particular case, the pierce was back here, and it made a pretty small move. It pulled back, and now obviously it's made a bigger move. That's just where it is right now. Okay, I wanted to point that out as well. Now, let me slide that chart off of there. Now I've totally messed up my 6E chart. And we'll look at the NQ here. Okay, on the NQ this morning, I believe there were a bunch of trades. I'm not sure which one they took in the live trading room this morning, but Bert had walked everyone through a trade this morning, I believe. You know, there's probably right in here in this area was one spot, though I wouldn't, actually that's not a great spot because the cycle's headed down. I would have looked over here, possibly a short trade. Right in here, you're looking for the same things that I just showed you a minute ago on the Russell. You're looking for the bearish cross, the test of the BBC with a down close with the divergence. Okay, bullish cross, test of the BBC, up close, right there, with divergence. There were some momentum trades in here as well, but again, right here, test of the BBC with an up close with, yep, you guessed it, divergence. and so it moved all the way up. I'm not sure which one of those trades they took this morning in the live trading room, but all of those were qualifying trades right in there as well. That one didn't go very far, but it did go, looks like probably 6 ticks before it turned around. This one right here, same thing. You see bullish cross, tested the BBC, up close, and bullish divergence. And that's pretty much all that we were looking for this morning. All right. Just looking at the different divergences in here. That's about it. I mean, you could have jumped in long in here in a couple other spots, probably with momentum trades, if you wanted to. If you're interested in that stuff, become a partner. Get into the partners meeting tonight, and I'll be happy to tell you about them. Let's see, over here on the YM, the 500 contract YM. There were a couple of opportunities this morning on the 500 contract YM. You had your bullish cross, pull back down to test the BBC. Right in here, you could have gotten long. If I would have gotten long right here, I would have taken a break even on this, because I would have moved my stop to break even once the window of opportunity between the BBC and the MA1 was filled. So I would have stopped out right over here at break even. Over here, there was another opportunity. We put in a higher swing. It came down, tested the BBC. Now this one right here I probably wouldn't have taken because it was going right into the weekly trading zone. You know, I like to have 20 ticks between the entry and the zone. I don't know. I may have taken it anyway, but let's just say for argument's sake that I wouldn't have taken it. And this one right over here, again, I would have stopped out at break even. Same reason as this one over here. There was another opportunity right in here. We would have made some money on that one. And there's nothing right at the moment. One thing worth noting here is that right there. Okay. That, and now we have lower highs. Okay. That's just one thing worth noting. When the market starts doing that, it's either going into consolidation before another strong move up, or it's tired out and it's going to turn back. All right, I wouldn't be surprised to see it retrace down here to the weekly trading zone. Let's see. I don't think they looked at other markets this morning in the live trading room, like crude and gold and stuff like that. So I'll hold off on that, and we'll do that in tomorrow's recap. All right. Again, if you haven't taken a free trial with us, go to www.cfrn.net/apply. If you have taken a free trial with us and you're on your free trial and you want to get into the partners meeting tonight, check your email. You should have an email in there from me with what it takes to become a partner and get into that meeting. If you do not, send an email to support@cfrn.net. All right. With that, I am going to wrap up the recording.